Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You're back with Let Him Shoot. I've replaced Jeremy again today. I'm Chris. That's good to be back. I'm the better Jeremy, clearly. To my right.
Boy, MJ, Born Africa Gang. Blessed to be here. Life's good. Back to filming again.
It's been good. I haven't sat here with you for a while. It's nice. No offense, Jeremy, but it's nice. To my left.
RA Skills, best FIFA player in Let Him Shoot. You know what it is.
Might
Best
have
young
a
chef,
FIFA tournament or something to prove that.
I think we could. To be fair, I was playing, for those of you that know, I was playing Foot Champs on the weekend. Got absolutely rattled by someone, and he full messaged me by name, and I was like, I swear he must watch this and know.
He's going to call you out.
My head went down, bro.
He messaged you?
Messaged me. He's like, bro, throw your PlayStation. He said, Riley, throw your PlayStation out. I was like, I don't know how he knew it was me, but it must be from you. And if it was you, you won. You won that day.
Your PlayStation thing's Riley.
No, it's not. It's Angelo. Just the last name.
Yeah. Isn't it Angelo? Or was it
just last name.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like,
Interesting.
So
no, but
that's a bit
I'm still the best.
So after you just said you're the best,
Then you
proceed to tell us about you raging after
won once.
one loss.
One loss, bro.
You're not the best, bro.
You don't ever have
You're
one
not
loss
even
in your
top
life?
3.
Who is the best at FIFA out of you guys?
Probably me.
Of course, me. Probably you.
Yeah. At least I'm modest. At least I'm saying I can say there's other people that are good, but I think it's me. Then probably like Jeremy Samuel.
No, hop off.
And then you're probably
you.
4th.
Okay.
Hop off, whatever. I reckon Mitch is better than you. Anyway, to my left.
Chaos Kid, back at it again. I've been I follow a lot of people like UK influencers on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm so jealous of their weather. It's like so hot over there.
My sister just touched down in London like 2 hours ago.
Really?
Yeah, and they're going to Greece and Cyprus, and here we are in the freezing
Seeing
cold.
videos of
I'm
people
getting
like
like
Malta
eczema
and
on my
stuff.
hands from the cold.
Yeah, and I'm just
So
like
nice.
here freezing my
We're just here.
everything off.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's worse because like we all play football, so we're like idiots that go train like in the fucking freezing cold. Like, what is wrong with us? Anyway,
You know, on the weekend, not the weekend, we had like a catch-up game on the Monday
yeah.
or Tuesday, and I was on the bench for that game, and I'm like ready to come on towards the end, and I'm like, did I wet my boots or anything, like my socks or something? My feet were so numb from the cold.
The cold.
By the end of the game, it was -2 degrees like that day, and I was
We
like,
have a midweek game in like the middle of July, and it's going to be effed.
Yeah.
It's in like Woden Park as well, so it's like so cold down there.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, some comments from last week before we start. Dakota said, honestly proud of Bud this episode. You had a very good draft.
Yeah,
which is rare.
They won't let me win though. Even though I look back and I look at my team works so easily.
It's corruption, I reckon.
It's corruption.
There is a little bit of corruption
I don't
going
know
on.
how I came last. Now knowingly that Samuel had 2 players who aren't even in the tournament.
Oh yeah, but that information had we known, we obviously would have
True.
worse.
Production didn't do their...
You know what?
production.
Also, there was a lot of contradiction going on because like Samuel was going off at Jeremy for having players out of position, and then he did the same thing. It was very, and then deny like picking players like Shaqiri. I was like,
I don't know how. The
new guy needs a bit of work.
Crazy.
Yeah, that like proudly as well.
Trust
And
me.
you know who didn't have one player out of position, had all the players in the right position, had the best defense. Apparently, Brozovic is a shit player now because he went to Saudi. Me, I had a bad team.
I know,
apparently.
you had a good team. I can't even remember. I feel like Jeremy's was very good. I can't
It wasn't
remember.
very good. My
He had a
defense
good
was better.
His
Oh, maybe
was
that's
good.
what it was.
Like,
Yeah.
But it's
everything else
Lewandowski.
yeah.
You know the
That's
other
the
one.
Lewandowski
he's
tax. Yeah, he didn't even play.
He is.
Apparently he's not playing this whole tournament unless they make it to
Yikes.
the elimination, maybe.
Exactly. So
You
then,
know,
That's what I mean, man.
the other one that messed me up was because I had for Denai's forfeit
Oh, you were
player
doing that,
was
yeah.
Suchek to play 10. And then everyone kept dropping him into like 8 and stuff.
In his position, yeah.
In his actual position.
that-
so
and
it
that's
looked
not
all
that bad,
right.
yeah.
And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, no, I didn't
I
want to say
did
it,
think
but
like Suchek wasn't the worst. Like,
yeah,
I just
in
can't
that
pick
8 position.
players that were like, no. Well,
yeah, fair. Saw the lineup. Oh, sorry, Noel Coravilla. Saw the lineup. Knew I was in for some tomfoolery. You lot are an
Tom.
absolute funny C words. Spelled with a K though.
Because you saw Mitch in there, I guarantee.
Guaranteed.
Good thing I don't read these. I would have read it.
Whoever made that title should get sacked. Well, you know, you got to be a bit clickbaity sometimes. You got to make people watch so they can. Anyway, before we start, Bud, MJ, do you guys want to talk about One Future Football for a moment?
Take it away, bud.
MJ, you take it away, bro.
You want me to take it away?
Either one of you is fine. I just want to shout out my husband because he was the top fan or something of Tokyo Youth Club last week. I was very proud of him. Yep. He's
actually
shout out.
Do you want to know something funny? He's
Can we say
made
his name or do you want to keep
Oh,
it?
I don't mind. So, well,
Shout out Rick.
he's made 3 accounts. So I have one, which I always forget to do my like daily bonus and stuff. So Rick does it. And then he's got his, which is like Rick Mans. And then he made a third one, which is Mick Rans, like the other way around. So anyway, we hope Mick Rans can make it into the top.
Nah, he's been the GOAT, to be fair.
He's
You've got
really
2 kids now, so now you can use them.
Oh,
as
we can
well.
use true.
Yeah,
Just
just
so
tape
smart.
Even more accounts.
tape one of the kids' finger to the iPad. So it just keep training
players.
Yeah.
Or just make sure he doesn't buy any.
True.
Because I've really got bench players. So everyone that I'm training is for our bench,
Oh,
Pause, bro.
which is so annoying.
Pause.
Yeah, which is really annoying.
that is annoying.
So unless I can get some starters somehow.
I'll pack
Is that just
Cato.
who you got from your pack?
Yeah, but you got to pay.
Yeah,
for
you do.
packs.
You do.
Or if you're lucky like me and pack friggin' Cato,
Yeah.
be fucking
So
on
why
top of the
isn't
world
Cato
right now.
our best player? Means
Cato-
you're lacking, bro.
When I trained him, he got man of the match. So
Pause.
When I trained him.
Pause. Pause. I ran out of points. I didn't have any points.
Yeah, true.
I put
Well, you
points
got to
in
do
our
your
keeper.
daily thing, and then
Yeah.
you get points every day. But I just forget.
You know, I saw someone put friggin' points on Cato for goalkeeping. Why?
Idiot.
Why?
He's not-
Stop wasting points, please.
Please.
Just put him into attack, defense, possession, that kind of stuff.
Easy. Sorry, MJ. Tell them,
On
tell
that
them what
note,
they need to
crowd,
do. Yep.
It's One Future Football time. What is it? It's a global virtual football league. Features 12 clubs owned by the likes of Vieira, Lingard, Usman, Kyrgios, Osaka. And as you know, Let 'Em Shoot us. We manage Tokyo Youth Club, which is owned by Naomi Osaka. We recently played Phoenix. We beat them 1-0.
Good win.
Wow, which is good because I know it feels like the results have been a
They
bit
have been,
strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have. They have.
Like unexplainably strange.
Yeah.
But we got a big win. I'll take that.
Absolutely.
But the job isn't done because why we want to make it to finals.
Of course.
We need a few wins to make it to
Yeah.
finals. And to prep for the next week, we need your help. We need you to train the squad. We need you to do what you need to do because that helps us win games. You know, when Bud trained Kato,
Yeah.
bow.
Man of the match.
When Rick
True.
trains his players, bow,
We
we win
win.
games.
Yeah.
it's
When
not
Riley
hard.
does his thing,
It's not hard.
it's not hard.
And
It's
this,
5
it
minutes
actually
every day.
works. Like it actually affects how we play.
Yeah.
So whenever you just press train on a player, you can even dump all your points into one player so you don't have to
You can I
constantly
think
keep
it's
pressing.
super train.
Yeah.
You just give them all your points.
Instead of having to click it.
Yeah.
You can just do that and it actually affects games.
That's all we need from you, really.
What do you need to do? You need to click the link in the description and become a member of Tokyo Youth Club right now. It's free. Simple. You can't complain and be like, oh, it was $1.99, it was this and that. It's free. And once you do that, we'll send you some free Tokyo Youth Club player cards. And once you open those cards, let us know. We can talk about it. If you like them players, cool. If not,
Tell
we
us
can
who
talk.
you get. We want to know who you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you pack
Comment
Cato,
who you
let me
get.
know.
Yeah.
We could discuss.
We could discuss.
You can
Who's
put,
going
like,
to train
all your-
what?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
If you put all your attributes into one, I'll put the others into the other.
Facts. And then, like we've been saying, you train them, you upgrade the attributes. That helps us win. So we want you guys to be a part of this, and that's how you can help us.
Yeah.
Help us, help you.
Exactly.
Feel me?
Easy.
You can become one of the coaches. Like if we see you contributing every week, like Rick, you get put on a notice board. We see you. We shout you out on the app. We bring you here. You come Canberra, you come hang out with us. Riley cook you up for feast.
I can.
MJ will take you to alter some clothes.
To Altus.
Chris will make you the best cookies you ever have.
It's true.
Me,
It's true.
I'll just take you around.
I'll just be a chauffeur.
Just be vibes.
Mitch, we can go to one of his DJ sets. And then if you don't like DJing but you still like music, we've got friggin' Rinsler.
Yep.
Making beats. So if you're a beat maker, come sit, chill with. What?
Good God. Why would you not want to be a part of this?
Exactly.
It's a community we're building here.
Big one.
You can hang out with the twins, Jeremy and Samuel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eat Eritrean food.
Now?
Yeah, you can eat Eritrean food. So yeah, it's good. Good vibes. Everyone here brings some.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Big game next weekend. We're versing the Angelenos. We need to win.
We do.
Help us win.
Must win.
Comment. Let them shoot. Tell us what you think we need to do.
Yeah.
Send some hate to the other team, the Ops.
Yeah.
This is a big win, big game, because we need to make that finals. We need to make finals. That's the motives.
Yeah.
And there is one team that we want to beat in those finals, but we'll save that for another week when it's a bit more,
That's if they make it.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they make it. Because the coach that I heard, apparently,
Allegedly.
he's running out of outside funds to bribe
here we go.
the referees
Okay.
to win those matches.
Interesting.
Got a few allegations.
So we
as
might
well.
start seeing more accurate results.
I see.
Altered,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So
Because
then
I'm
they
wondering
might
how
drop
they
a couple
keep
players.
winning,
Yeah, it's a
It's
bit sus.
interesting
Sus.
some weeks.
Team's not good.
Right?
Yeah.
I know the team's not very good. but
He sometimes the message of they won he's already posted it before the result. How is that?
It's a bit shady. Bit of corruption. Yeah.
It sounds very staged, like the way he says, "Oh, well done. We just won another game." Very,
As
very
if he's
staged.
shocked. Like,
Yeah. It's like too sus
yeah.
to be like you're like that still.
Interesting.
Yeah, we got my eye on you. On Die FC.
Die. More excitingly, the Euros have begun. It's been great. Riley, Italy won their first match.
Look at us go.
Bit of a wild
I'm so
start.
happy for that. Yeah, but that's all that matters. 3 points.
Exactly.
all I
That's
live with.
tournament football, I guess.
It
Like,
is.
it doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win.
That's
First up, let's talk about Germany, the hosts. Crazy, emphatic win against Scotland. MJ, do you think this makes them the favourites now?
undoubtedly. I mean, you look at the way how fluid they are. This is a Germany we haven't seen in a long time, and they have depth as well.
Yeah.
I think their weakness could be defensively, maybe. But in terms of midfield attacking options, phenomenal. You got full crew comes on. He could have scored a hat trick. Havertz looks great. The midfield is excellent. Creatively excellent. Cruz masterclass. Musiala masterclass. You got Sane coming off the bench. It's unbelievable. And people would have said, "Oh yeah, Scotland's going to be a tough game." They didn't even have a sniff.
I think,
5 at the back.
like, someone asked me, like, was Scotland just bad or Germany good? I think it was like a bit of both. Like, Scotland just don't seem to have anything, but Germany were just unplayable. They're ruthless, absolutely.
It's just
Crazy.
they score and it's like they're saying, let the kids play and look what's happening.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kids play.
Yeah, the kids
Balling.
fucking play, man. And then to add to that, the substitutes were right. I think bringing on those players at that time, Chan came on, scored. Fulberg scored. What's his name? Full crew came on and scored. For me, he's underappreciated by the world, not Germany. I think you start to see that he's actually a good 9 and a different, I guess, outlet to Havertz. It's good when you have strikers that can offer different things.
Yeah, you need that. If you want to win things, you
if
need.
want to change the way you play. It's good.
The best thing about tournament football too is, like, you see so many players shine where maybe in their clubs they didn't perform so well, but like players make a name for themselves, and that's you just love to see that. I feel like Germany as well, they do have a point to prove. Last 3 tournaments, like, they didn't come out of the group in the last 2 World Cups.
Yeah.
Was it round of 16 they lost last Euros? Round of 16, was it? Anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
To England, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it'll be... Then they have...
I thought they didn't qualify for, what was it? The World Cup, they didn't.
No, they've been in the World Cup.
No, they didn't qualify at a group stage, sorry.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, they came
World Cup.
fourth.
Japan.
in the group, yeah.
Japan
Euros,
beat them
they-
with that goal. That was
Oh,
on
the line, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
that's
So, I think they do have a big
Facts.
point to prove, and the host nation always does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're looking phenomenal. They do have an easier group compared to other teams, so they should fly through the group stage, hopefully win it, like make it in the second game, third game, maybe rest some players and be fresh for the round of 16. Did anyone impress you, Riley, from Germany?
I think for me, my standout probably Florian Wirtz. And I've said it before, I've always thought he was someone, I think, young and upcoming. He's super creative. When he's on the ball, he's actually attacking that space, driving forward, which I think for, like, an attacking midfielder is obviously what you need. But I think for Germany, they were kind of like lacking attacking options in previous years.
Yeah.
Like defensively, they've always been quite solid as well in the midfield, but their scoring options weren't really there. So I think when you've got like your Musialas, your Füllkrugs, and your Wirtz and stuff like that, now I think scoring for them now it isn't really looking like an issue,
definitely.
and it makes them so much more dangerous.
And for Germany of the future too, they have such a young squad now.
So
and
young.
Yeah, it's looking very dangerous.
Yeah.
Moving on to England, which, I mean, it's hard because they obviously won, but like, I don't know, it's just that same like kind of lackluster performance. Players were very average, like players that have had good seasons too. I don't know, Bud, what did you feel about England's performance?
I'll sum it up perfectly. You know them back in the days, them toys you used to see like people set up in the shops, in the middle of the shops. It's like a one-off toy, and it was like that worm thing that the guy will move through his hands.
Yeah,
gotcha.
You'd be like,
With the
fuck,
string.
this looks good. Like I want to get this, right? Because you think once you get it, you can do the same things.
Yeah.
You buy it, you take it home, you realize there's a fucking string to it. You got to actually do the work for it. That's England. You got all the players there. You're like, wow, this is good. Everyone had a good season. Saka, good season. Foden, good season. Kane, good season. Bellingham, good
Phenomenal.
season. You know, even the midfielders like Gallagher, for his like standard, had a good season.
You
And then
have to bring him into it.
and then you put him on. You put him on, yeah? And you're like, why is this not working? Why is it not the same as what I expected it to be? That's England every single tournament I've watched them in. And then it just resets. It's just a cycle. Good players playing in their club team. They come to England. People expect him to do the thing.
Yeah.
They don't. Then it goes back to, I already saw Micah Richards saying he's frustrated with Foden because he is not bringing that level from Man City to think it's one game, and people are already saying this shit.
Fickle, man.
It's the
Absolutely.
pressure.
English fans.
I can't remember.
English
I
players.
saw this interview and straight away, maybe he shouldn't have started Trent in the midfield. But he's like, nah, he can't play next game. I'm like, all right, mate.
Saying.
Like,
They're
very,
too
very
harsh
fickle.
on-
What's the point
yeah.
of that?
Yeah.
And it affects us in a way as well because I'm like, yeah, these guys are shit. But
Buy
it's
into
like,
it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
You normalize it as well because it's like the best England players say it.
Yeah.
And you're like, these guys are just cranky old men because that's what happens. Old people don't want to admit that these guys are more talented and don't
I
want to
swear
admit
it's only
that
an England thing though.
it is.
It happens
It's weird.
nowhere else.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Nowhere
sorry.
else ex-pros
Yeah.
do this.
And then you've got some that are saying, get what's his name out, the coach. And some are saying
Southgate, yeah.
these players need to step up more. It's a tournament game. They won.
They won, yeah.
It's win. Win and you progress. It's not win.
By
It's not based
5-0.
off
Yeah.
It's not based off your performance. You don't verse these guys twice. It's not home and away.
Yeah.
Just you win and you go through.
But
so
do you
they did their job.
Do you not like hear them though? Because this team, like literally, look at that England team on paper.
Right.
That is probably, if not the best team in that whole
Squad,
competition.
yeah.
Right.
That squad should be.
Yeah.
When you're giving out those lackluster performances, you're friendly just before you came in, you lost to Iceland. You just scraped by with a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
That was a decent goal, but it was very scrappy.
Right.
Like, you've got the best players in the world and they're giving out these performances.
Let me ask you.
I wouldn't be happy.
In club football, you can get away with playing really good and drawing or losing. But
Yeah.
when it's tournament football, do you reckon you could sit here, say you played really good, your team played really good, you still lose, but it was your best ever game? You think you'd be happy?
No. I hear you. Don't get me
Exactly.
wrong. Like I'm with you on this, but
So
I
they
also
win.
hear their side.
I hear their side only because I hear it a lot. It's not because I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's all we hear, so it's like normalized. Like I'm just used to like saying, bad England performance, but they
Yeah.
win still, and it's
Yeah,
just
that's
like they've made the final last
Yeah.
Euros.
That's what I was going to say. They were not good
Yeah.
in so many games. Like, I remember when we were doing the final whistle, we're like, how the hell are they still in the competition?
Right.
They were like,
And then
not
they
having
started
good-
to improve
Yeah.
as they went on.
Yeah.
And then we were on the thing when it got to the final. We're like, yeah, England can actually do this now.
yeah.
But it's crazy that the same people that hate on England I'm talking about the ex-players, are now jumping on board when they make it to the final. They're like, yeah, this is their chance.
It's coming home, blah, blah, blah.
It's coming home. We're going to do this. They're saying we now, when before
they were
you were targeting these players and saying all this shit. So it's like, pick a side and just stay on that side.
Yeah, that's true. MJ, what are your thoughts on the lineup? Because I feel like, I don't know, it was kind of strange. Or maybe just players weren't performing, but I don't know. It just felt like it did not work. And even the subs he made sort of, I don't know, nothing was gelling.
I think the biggest thing
fluidity, nothing.
that I don't understand with the manager is just the balance.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like in tournament football, typically the team that defends the best will win.
Yeah.
If you look at Italy when they won the Euros,
say that,
Argentina defended like machines.
Yeah.
You need to be solid and you need the balance to be able to do that. Whereas if you look at that England team, yes, you get a lot from Trent in the midfield, his creativity, but you lose a lot defensively. And I feel like if England played a good side, they would have lost that game comfortably. Because if you look at the chances that Serbia created easily, that was off the back of very easy mistakes or players being out of position. So I think England's biggest problem for me is just the balance, and I don't see this balance right there now. You can argue that Foden, his performance levels, this and that, but it's a completely different system.
Yeah.
And I think he's the kind of player type that will struggle to play in a different variety of ways, as opposed to you look at like Saka. His player type suits different types of teams because of how he is as a winger. So for me, if you want Foden to play, you might be better off playing Bellingham as an 8 as opposed to a 10 and putting him there. But for me, the balance right now, it just doesn't work. I think Trent there, if you want to play him on like he plays for England for Liverpool.
Exactly.
He does that very well.
Yeah.
This whole starting a guy in 8, it's so risky. It's so risky.
For the first game too, it didn't make sense. And I think I have the same thought as well about maybe bringing Foden into the 10 and like letting him and Bellingham link up and just having Rice to sit. I think it makes more sense than having Trent at right back. Then you still have that creativity coming from the wing as well. It's just, you're right. They'll seem to have no balance in their team. And it just wasn't working.
Yeah, because if you play Trent at right back, it now creates another outlet of like attack, because you move Trent into the middle, the right back, say Walker, he's not as talented as Trent.
Yeah.
When he's better defensively.
Definitely.
So you lose that outlet of someone playing like attacking football if the midfield's not working. Like say it's like, it's not working through the middle, they've shut it off, sorry. You lose that Trent ability for him to go forward and like create through the wing as well. Mm-hmm. So when you play him in the midfield, it's like, one, he hasn't played there that much for Liverpool for you to be able to be like, okay, he's definitely starting midfield. And I think it comes down to pressure. I think it's just like one day people are like, play Trent midfield. We need him in midfield.
England fans were saying it before,
because he scored in that one game.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, don't play in midfield. What are you doing?
You need he shouldn't start, bench him, blah, blah, blah. Yes. And I think it would work in the England team, talking about balance again. Yeah. You have Rice, who covers so much ground.
Right.
It's like the start of Liverpool when like Hendo was really fit and Trent had the license to just do it all because Henderson would cover him. Yeah. And I feel like it would work that way, and they would have more creativity. He'd be whipping those crosses in, creating chances for Kane as well. Because I feel 100%. Like there was no service for Kane either. And maybe he didn't have a good game, but maybe if he had some better service, I'm not sure. But something needs to change, and they don't have an easy group. Like he's going to beat Slovenia, Denmark, tough games. So I don't know. Interesting.
When did Neville, like, why is he allowed to talk like this about players? He was a right back. Like, no disrespect to right backs.
But he...
I know.
Nah.
But
he couldn't play now. And he said it himself. He's like, I couldn't play now.
Exactly. He was a coach, and look what he did.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't talk if you're not able to do what you're asking of someone to do.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Gareth Southgate more now, because I've like learned to like look into things, and he's actually been quite successful like with England, as in like doing as best as he can with what he has, because I feel like England have a lot of these star players, and like MJ said, it's in tournament football, it's about building the chemistry and seeing what players work together fast.
Yeah.
But with England, I think they're one of the only teams that plays like, I guess players that make the team is based off how they play, like in their season. So it's like there's a lot of ins and out based on like form. So for instance, like left back, there was Chilwell before, and it's Shaw, and then it's like you've got Saka that's always there, but then now Bellingham's added into that midfield who wasn't there like last World Cup, and then you've got like Rice who's now a mainstay, and now you've got Mainu who's coming in, and it's like people are making like they're like he has to start, and it's like realistically they can't all start because you can see it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they're not allowing him to play. I don't feel like this is his team. I feel like it's a lot of like outside noise that's pressuring him to pick these players because
that's 100% agree. Yeah.
Like
there's so much outside pressure for him. Yeah.
And I feel like even Cole Palmer playing, like I feel like that was pressured for him. They had to play him.
Yeah.
Because he was the star boy in the Prem.
Yeah.
When really like Saka earned that position, and that's his position. Like there shouldn't be any reason for people to pressure the coach to play Palmer when Saka was just as good in the season, in the Prem season, and has like that's his position. It's like untouchable.
He's done it for England many times.
Exactly. So that spot's untouchable, but because of like outside pressure, it's now like Saka's position's under threat when realistically it shouldn't be touched.
Yeah.
Like there's other positions that you should be talking about way more than this.
Definitely. And also like it's so different playing for your country and playing in a tournament than playing a season in the Prem or whichever league you're in. So it is, I feel like England is very unique in the sense of like, the outside noise and stuff like that. I feel like no other country really has that. But look, I think they'll make it out of the group.
Yeah.
And I think he'll find that balance eventually. It just hopefully it doesn't become like what's the word? Like ruin their tournament because he's trying sort of different lineups. He's got to either stick with something or next game try and figure it out. And if that doesn't work, he's just got to pick a lineup and stick with it. Because
I think to perform like that and to win, that's a pretty big positive.
100%.
Because I think England could have easily lost that. And I feel like you'd rather be in a position where you don't play well and you win, as opposed to you're too gassed. Like England win 2 or 3-0 and you're like, oh, these guys are amazing. I don't think England needs that. I think they need
that right now.
Bit of humility where they're like, all right, we haven't solved this yet. We're lucky. We need to step our game up. But for me, it's a positive.
And Serbia, they had really good moments, but I think like you said before, like a better team would punish those chances. There was I think it was like the 82nd minute, they had a really good chance and then like the Serbian player comes and like fouls, I think it was Stones. And a better team wouldn't make such a silly decision in the box. So but Serbia looked all right. We'll get to them anyway. Moving on. So to go on to the Netherlands, bit of a shaky start. Riley, do you think they have the balls to go far in the tournament?
Netherlands is a weird team for me because I think they've got the pieces there to become like a title runner in this competition, but just it doesn't seem to work for them. Like I think it's kind of the same thing as England. Like I don't know if they have too big of players, but like for some reason it doesn't gel, doesn't work. Someone's always letting them down, and I think they've got a couple weak positions, but from what I saw, they're looking better this year. I think it could be where they're actually contenders to, at least they'll definitely get out of the group. Whether they do something or not, who knows? But they're definitely looking better. So I wouldn't write them off completely, but I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. I need to see more from them.
They were extremely wasteful. I'm not sure if it was, I think it might have been before the Gakpo goal, the amount of like clear cut chances they had. And even after, like they should have realistically scored at least 3 or 4 goals that game.
Yeah.
And on like, I don't know if on paper or just they have the quality everywhere. Yeah, they have Depay, Dumfries, Gakpo, Van Dijk, all these players. It's like, how do they sort of always seem to not struggle in tournaments, but something that I don't know if there's a missing piece or whatever. But MJ, do you think they can go far?
I think they can, but again, it's like it's just about moments. You know what I mean? Like even if you look at the World Cup against Argentina, they probably had moments where they could have won. They might have been unlucky, but I think they've got the squad to do it. I think losing what's his name?
De
Jong.
Yeah.
I think that's
Huge blow.
that hurts
loss.
them.
Yeah.
Because I think they did at moments struggle for that progressive pass. But again, you know, they take their chances, the game changes, and it's still a good team. So I think they're definitely a team to worry about. But are they the best? No, I'd put them in like that second category where they could do well, but I wouldn't say they're like.
But no one's
the
going to
teams
gas
to
them
beat
up and say that
at
they're
the
going to
moment.
be in the semis.
For me, they're like, they don't start playing until they're under pressure.
Yeah.
Or like they're a goal down. And in a tournament like this, you could get away with it in the group stage and against the lesser teams. But if you concede early against another team,
good teams,
and you're trying to then kickstart your game,
finishes.
you're going to be
Concede
chasing
more,
and it's harder to score.
Yeah.
And especially if you're seeing them waste chances against these lesser teams. These bigger teams, you're not going to get those chances. So if you're not clinical in front of goal, like we saw, they did score, but it's just like, you still got to also think of the misses. Like it's like...
There were so many. And they scored late too to win.
Very, very late.
It was like 80-something minute, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, it looked like that game was just going to end the draw.
Yeah.
Until the substitution, which was a good sub. But it's just like...
clutch.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's no urgency from the start. It's after... It's like a reaction to something.
Yeah.
So it's just like, if they can fix that, they will go far. But I feel like that's just always been them like lately. Like just react off what the other team's doing kind of thing.
They do have good depth as well and like options in attack, which
Very
I think
much.
is good for them. So depending who they play as well. Like, not saying Depay deserves to be on the bench, but he, like I said, he was extremely wasteful. So maybe Weghorst starts and I don't know, vice versa. But we'll see what happens anyway. Long way to go in this tournament. I think a big question and a big sort of hype around this whole season and this tournament is the whole Musiala versus Bellingham debate.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because so many people are still saying that Bellingham's overrated. And I don't know, I don't think he's overrated. Maybe overhyped is the word. I was saying today, like with this whole debate between the two, it's like Bellingham, not just in football, but in the world. He just did a bloody advertisement for Skims, for God's sake. Like, his name is just everywhere. His face is everywhere. Yeah, he's becoming an icon, and I feel like it's overshadowing Musiala a bit because like no one's talking about the football. Like,
it's not football anymore.
It's not football anymore. Yeah. It's like Bellingham is a Jude Bellingham is a brand.
Beckham,
exactly. That is the best.
You're getting
comparison.
Beckham vibes,
and like
big time.
Yeah, he's good looking. He's young. He's a fantastic footballer. He's won everything at Real Madrid in his first season. He scored the opener. Like, Jesus Christ, like
crazy.
That's like look at the CV already.
Yeah,
and you won.
And I feel bad for Musiala because, like, Rick asked me before, like, who would you take at Liverpool? I'm like, both. Like, I don't know. I think they're both incredible, but Musiala just isn't getting all that hype and the brand for himself. So
That English tax though.
It seems to be. It seems to be a thing.
English know how to do this and do this.
Yeah.
Because look at Foden.
It's crazy.
Look at Foden.
Look at
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Rashford, yep.
24 hours ago, Foden was God's
God.
He was
The
God's
best 10 in the world.
Yeah.
Now they said this guy's trash.
Yeah,
What's the saying?
Mika Richards coming out and saying it, bro.
That's crazy.
Even Sancho, they've done that to him. They've got the worst track record of that.
It's
they just do
crazy. The English media is nuts.
When he was
is
at
nuts.
Dortmund, the guy, one of the best wingers, went to United. You saw you saw his name. Couple games in, they're like,
Nah.
this guy humbled him.
No.
Yeah. Nah, he's
You know what? The thing, all of his, even like he's already like fluent in Spanish. I'm like, is this guy real? Like, he seems to be like a robot. Yeah, he's AI or something because
he's not normal.
He's like the perfect guy. And also, like, obviously Musiala didn't have a great season. Bayern didn't have a great, not him specifically.
Yeah.
Bayern didn't have a great season. So it's not the best time to do a comparison, but obviously going into this tournament, we'll see what they both can do. But at the end of the day, MJ,
I guess my perspective is this. When they were both in Germany, for me, Musiala had a better season the year that Dortmund bottled.
Yeah.
Better season. For me,
by far.
Yeah.
For me,
He was probably the best midfielder in the league.
Musiala was incredible.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think in a lot of ways, Musiala is probably a better player in some ways. But I think Bellingham has this gene.
It's like an aura or
It's
something.
like a gene where he's just a winner. Like he'll win games.
He can affect games better.
Yeah. Whereas Musiala can, like we saw in their group stage game, he was phenomenal. But I think Bellingham has this it factor that isn't just about his ability. It's about knowing where to be, how to win games when you need to win a game. And I think that's probably why he tips Musiala because he has that, you know. And we saw that in the England game.
For me, like how I see it is, Musiala can have the best. He can be the player of the match, and the team still draw or lose.
Yeah.
Whereas Bellingham could put a 6 out of 10 performance,
but he scores the winner.
Or he's affected the game for his team to score the winner. Not just in assists. Like it could just be the run he's made. Like the track back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, how many times did he win it at the death for Madrid this season?
Exactly.
Like he's just
so he
ridiculous.
has different ways to affect the game other than just his own performance on the field.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas Musiala, he could have the best game, but the result can still be in a negative way.
Yeah.
Like you said, like Bayern had a bad year, but if you look at Musiala still, he's still the same.
Yeah.
He's still playing the same. And now you get to see him better in the Germany team. Because again, the opening game against Scotland, he was really good.
He was great, yeah.
Dribbling, he's like, the way he dribbles is like,
Crazy.
if you put a foot in the box, he will always beat you to a ball, no matter what. Even if you think you're like 80-20, like you're going to win it, he'll always just outstretch and just beat you to it.
Yeah.
And that's scary, like playing against a player like that.
Yeah.
Riley? It's such a hard question.
It is. But I think when you look at the CV and everything, I think I've got to say Bellingham's better. I think Musiala is the better technical player.
Yeah, totally agree.
But as a complete player, as MJ was saying, I think it's got to be Bellingham.
Who would you take at Chelsea?
At Chelsea, Bellingham.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, that's true. Well, fair enough.
I think we need more of like someone who's an actual central player and going to impact more for us than more than just an attacking option.
Just a single player that can.
That's what
I think I agree.
Doing this whole thing, just attacking.
Yeah, but it's everything. Like him as a player, like you said, like he's doing those defensive work, like he's doing everything. Whereas Musiala is more.
And at the end of the day, he's so humble and so sweet. I'm just like, does this guy have any bad traits?
He's been prepping his whole life for this. This is all.
Oh my god!
It has
He's
to
been
be
ready for this moment.
because man, the way he just handles.
He's just so impressive.
No drama, doesn't get mad.
I think Musiala is fantastic. And
phenomenal.
maybe as a footballer, like if you just took it right down to like the skill level and just playing football, I think probably he's better. But like you said, totally agree with everything you guys said. Yeah. Every little detail, every little thing that he brings to any team he plays in, he seems to just everything he touches turns to gold. So yeah, I'd probably have to say Bellingham. But yeah.
Say Musiala, say Germany win.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets player of the tournament.
Ooh,
Musiala.
Yeah.
What happens now? Like, do you think we can come back to this and you'd still stick with Bellingham? Or is that more of a persuading thing?
That's a great question.
For me, it's hard because they are quite different. Whereas the problem I had is no one would ever put Foden and Musiala in the same category when I feel like they're more similar in terms of like player type.
Yeah.
But I think if Germany win and Musiala's there, I still think they'll probably give it to Florian Wirtz. They'll say he's the reason why they,
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll give it to Musiala as the reason. Or Cruz. They'll say Cruz, controlled the midfield.
Give him the fair
90
or
90 out of 92 passes completed.
But yeah, I think Musiala, he's just always going to be like a bit underrated by the media. He's just very quiet.
I think it's because he doesn't have that aura.
Yeah, he doesn't have that like...
Because I think he's just a chill guy, plays his game, that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas Jude, everyone wants to interview him after the game.
Fashion,
win, lose, draw.
This, that.
Yeah, definitely.
And he can handle it.
Yeah,
he's really
like
good
you
at
said, I think you said he's been training his whole life for it,
Yeah.
It's
definitely.
He's an extremely, extremely impressive man. I would not be surprised if he carries England for the rest of the tournament, to be fair. And like Jeremy will say, like, he doesn't perform well and blah, 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 but sometimes you don't have to if you're making the impact. But any dark horses? I remember you had Turkey last
Yeah, you need to redeem yourself.
Euros. Do you have a better dark horse this time around?
I apologize for last Euros. I was just running off, the results I saw in friendlies beforehand. They were winning a lot. They beat Germany. They were beating likes of like Serbia and all that.
They were decent, to be fair.
So I was just like, this is good. Hakan Hanchan Chokoglu was doing good. So I was like, this year, I've watched a couple of the games already. From the games I've watched, I'm really liking Switzerland.
Same,
I think they work as a team so well. I think defensively they're going to be strong. They've got Akanji, what's his name? Cher. They've got, and then they've got
Zakaria's in the team as well, isn't he?
Yeah. And they've got like experience as well.
Xhaka.
With Xhaka, Rodriguez at left back.
Yeah. It's a decent team.
Sommer in goals.
Yeah.
And they've got young and really exciting attackers on the other end. Like the guy that scored the first goal, that was his second game for Switzerland.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then good substitutes. They didn't even use...
and Bolo's on the bench.
Yeah, they didn't use Shaqiri's
on the bench.
We know in tournaments he's that guy.
He's that guy apparently.
Yeah. So it's just like they're looking really good. I'm really liking it.
Deny too much, man.
But yeah, I'm not going to pick yet. I'm going to wait for everyone to play one game, I think.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think Switzerland sold me a dream though. So I'm kind of like looking like I'm buying
It's really hard not to pick a team that has already played.
Right.
Like, like today, I was like, Serbia looked great and Denmark and Slovenia drew. Like, they have a chance now.
Yeah.
If they play like that, if they, press like that against those two teams, they could easily finish second. And I'm like, maybe Serbia's going to, make it to the semi-final. Who knows? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying, like, again, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket saying there. And I probably wouldn't have picked them to go through the group now. But I'm like, the results have kind of, obviously they lost, but the other results gone sort of their way. So I'm like, anything can happen, really.
And I'm feeding off like which teams look like they're together.
Yeah.
Serbia is a good example. They look like they're together.
They're just playing for the badge,
Exactly.
Yeah, big time.
Italy.
The
Again,
Eagle,
young players. Everyone was like, Italy's not, but they play.
Honestly, I wasn't sure because they, they're losing or they've lost like their experienced players, and it's hard when you're sort of banking on the young players. But Italy, man, they play that from the bloody anthem. They're hand on heart, belting out that anthem. Riley, dark horse.
You know what's funny? I think I'm going to pick someone that actually hasn't played yet.
That's fine. Do what you need to do.
And
don't say Portugal, bro. That's
no. It's not Portugal.
That's like a light.
He's like France.
That's a light horse.
That's
a right.
That's like $1.30.
Not even, bro.
Switzerland, they're like $51 as well. So that's a pretty good dark horse.
Hey, gamble responsibly, guys.
Well, mine could almost be better here because I'm actually going for Ukraine.
Ukraine. Okay, let me tell you their odds.
Let's stop.
Please tell me. No, because my reasoning.
You sure?
I think Mudryk could be good here.
Oh no,
I think it could be a chance for him to shut. I'm
not saying
it's a bold prediction.
You never know.
Let me
chat.
No, it's
by the way,
okay.
before Riley lands,
he's not drunk.
He's got a photo of Mudryk on his ceiling, so it's the first thing he sees every morning. He wakes up.
Sleep in a Mudryk jersey each night.
Good lord.
Chat, get at him.
But as well as like the Dobovic, is that how you say it?
Yeah,
like top goal scorer in his league. Like, there's some good players. Lunin has been great for Madrid.
You love that guy, bro.
Man, he's good. Like, I'm just saying, it's solid. It looks solid all around. I think you got a couple players that could really help them progress.
Zinchenko, if he's fit, hopefully.
Zinchenko, you've got
Mikalenko starts. Right, left back.
I think so. Yeah, and still, like, I don't know. I reckon they could do something. So that's who I'm putting my.
Sorry, they're paying $81. So you may as well.
May as well.
Even to make it out of the group, it'd be a good odds.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
It could be like you could make a quick honey.
Oh, according to this thing, England are the favourites.
Yeah,
England to win the whole thing.
Are they?
England's won, France too.
That's crazy to me.
Don't know how they
England, France, Germany,
it's
Portugal.
The English fans, bro.
How is that even possible?
They've just loaded up.
Yeah,
that's why.
That's crazy. No way.
It's one of them fake stock things where people pump and dump,
bro.
So everyone just bets on England and they just don't win.
Can you imagine being a player like right now, and you just see like you're the favorites, everyone's wanting you to win. Like you're an England player, life would be like you couldn't f up, and that puts more pressure, and you're gonna f up more. So it's like
just say these guys aren't. They're trash. They're not gonna win. They'll probably win.
Yeah.
Or just don't say anything.
Every year it's the same like rhetoric. Oh, they have to win, otherwise their disappointment.
Or just support as fans instead of fucking 60 million coaches. Everyone's trying to coach England. There's only one spot.
Yeah, that's the thing as well.
Facts.
What about you guys? What's your dark horse?
I don't really know. Like, I just feel, I don't want to be negative, but I feel like this this tournament is just looking too likely for like one of the big teams to win it. Mm-hmm. But like, I feel like in tournaments, there is always that one team who has like a really good run. See, like Serbia, for example, I feel like they might make it out of the group, but I don't see them going further than that.
Okay.
I think Switzerland are looking good, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Switzerland. They seem to, like you said, they have a good team. They seem to play well together, have that sort of like...
They've got a huge plus.
Morale high, you know. What's that?
They've got a huge plus, sir.
Oh, huge. I was like, what? That was so confused.
That's not a good joke.
See Production's face?
Yeah. He doesn't get it,
not
bro.
impressed.
Production's like 18.
MJ Dark Horse? Or in Jeremy's words, big booty prediction. If
because teams have already played,
it's really hard not to sway that way.
I'm going to go for Belgium.
Come on, man. That doesn't...
Nah,
you know what? They have
Belgium.
not.
People don't rate.
They don't rate. I don't rate.
That's not a dark horse, bro.
People don't rate them.
It's like a light skin horse. It's not a dark horse.
It's like... The horse is like prancing and shit.
Yeah. Well,
it's like
I didn't want to say like a team that's already played and they look well. No, so based on a team that has been criticized for underperforming,
and they have underperformed.
Like
to be fair.
really, like they have.
Bad.
The gold era didn't do anything. They're all retired. They're all old.
They beat Brazil, bro.
They're missing Courtois as well. You know.
Yeah, Courtois not there. I think Belgium
This is still your girl.
could go far. I think they've got enough attacking talent. The midfield's okay, but I just think
one of the best midfielders in the world.
yeah. Who else? Witzel. Who else starts in the midfield?
Witzel starts in centre.
Oh, maybe Tillemans.
Onana. You forgetting these guys?
Are people saying
Onana starts, bro.
Doku.
Onana will start.
Lukaku, Trossard.
You love Doku as well.
Yeah.
He just won the Prem first year.
Yeah, he's a forward.
He just won the Prem first year.
He's a forward.
Experience. You've got probably one of the most...
Exactly.
And no,
you're asking me, but you haven't even seen it either.
One bad line in the team, they're now a dark horse. And then you've got two great ones.
Yeah, it's cap. Trossard. You forgetting.
Trossard, Doku, and Lukaku up front. And you're saying this
the other guy, Bakayoko.
These
are not dark horses, bro. Hey, you got to retract that.
Nah, really. That's why you're saying
nah, Spain's not dark horse.
Yeah, but no one's rating them.
What do you mean, bro? We just named like... Every other country would love these guys.
Before this tournament, did you say they were going to win it?
Tillemans.
Huh?
Did you say they were going to win?
But I'm not saying Switzerland's going to win. I'm just saying they're going to go far. Of course, Belgium are going to get out of the group. Of course.
If Belgium... See, the thing is, if Ukraine get out of the group, people are going to be like, oh, fuck. Like,
exactly.
That's
a dark horse.
If Belgium don't get out of the group, people are going to say that's a flop.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yes, they will.
You reckon they'll say it's a flop?
100%, bro.
Romania, who else?
That's it. That's all you need to say.
I think they got a dead group as well.
There's no way they're not making it out of the group.
They have
to.
No, I'm not saying. Well, you put this criteria of making it out the group.
Okay, I'll read you.
They're going far.
I'll read you the group. It's Belgium, Romania, Slovakia, Ukraine.
Yeah,
that's not dark.
So the two dark horses are going to be out.
I reckon Belgium could make quarterfinals.
Havertz top goal scorer from production. That's his big booty prediction. Then play them, they get spanked like 40. I look like an idiot.
Nah, MJ, you're not letting that, bro.
You got to just
forward. Lukaku, Trossard, Carrasco.
We're reading out the
Doku.
They're not accepting.
Bakayoko, midfield.
When have they?
Amadou Onana
performed on a national?
Amadou Onana, Tillemans, KDB, Malanga. What's his name from Atletico Madrid this year? Arthur Veerman. Defense.
Isn't Witzel in the team? Did you say Witzel?
He's a defender.
Nah, he's in defense.
Oh, he's playing centre back.
Witzel, Vertonghen, Thomas Meunier.
Tongan's 45 years old.
Castagne.
Yeah. He's injured.
Yeah, but they're still in the squad. Yeah, they're going to play.
He's not going to start.
He'll play. FaZe from Leicester. This team is going to go far, bro.
The defense is cheeks, though.
Huh? Who? Yeah, Denmark. They just...
That's
Denmark?
They were my dark horse last Euros.
Yeah, and they won
wouldn't
pretty
be
good.
bad. Yeah, that's more of a dark horse than
but they've already played. I don't want to be like,
they were last tournaments like.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dark horse that went on the good run
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
at England.
Yeah,
someone else.
with Cyborg before he went Cyborg.
Oh yeah.
Actually, fine. I'll go Denmark again.
Nah, I can't change it now. You got to.
Do you reckon his heart gets sting? There's a beep in the thing when he
Does
goes
it
through the
beep?
metal
In it? What
detector.
are you saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Christensen
If he's got
I
like
think he
a...
just takes it out. And just,
or Ericsson?
Do you mean
sorry.
Ericsson? Yeah.
Yeah. Beep 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 beep.
he's got to take it out and put it in the. Mitch has to scan it.
Mitch, do you reckon you'd say he's got a he's like a cyborg? Yeah. Do you let him through or what do you do? Are you doing
Do you have to
frisk?
pat him down?
Yeah, but it's not if you want
Rick
to. You have
always
to,
gets frisked at the airport. I'm like, he's just a normal looking guy.
It's because Mitch
Always
put a
gets
photo
him.
of Rick up.
Oh,
Said
Yeah.
always frisk this
always
guy.
frisk this guy. Poor bloke. Any big bold predictions? Production said Havertz top goal scorer. That's quite bold.
Yeah.
Bold.
Let's
bold.
not- We got to name this guy because there could be a different production next week and he could cop the heat
rap.
for it.
Oh, okay.
So
Mitch has said Havertz top goal scorer.
who supports Arsenal, by the
Not
way.
even your guy, Bakayo? In the
I
whole
think
comp.
I think Germany have different ways of scoring. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fulkrug
Yeah.
could even bang
he's
it.
not on
Yeah, bro.
pens,
Yeah.
so-
He should have got 2. Gundogan's on pens.
Just stick to your guns, Mitch. If that's your
Havertz
prediction.
should score a lot.
Everyone's top goal scorers. Who's everyone's top?
Yeah. Did you see his air swing?
Does this have to be bold? or
Right in
just
front of
who I
goal,
think's gonna
yes, we-
be
Just,
top
I think
scorer?
Riley's is just like question is
I
who's
was
going to
gonna
be.
say Kylian.
Top goal
I
scorer?
think. I see. I forget about the teams who haven't played. I forget he's.
Come on.
What do you mean? The guys just come off the World Cup scoring like golden boot.
Nah, CR7's winning.
Ain't gonna.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
not.
Boy, Ronnie's
I
gonna
reckon
get
he's
golden boot.
getting. No, I don't think he's. Actually, there's my bold prediction. Cristiano Ronaldo will not score this tournament.
Yeah.
Will score.
Will not score.
They
That's.
put him on every single set piece.
And penalty.
Oh, I didn't know he's
And
on
he
pens.
starts.
Fuck. All right, he won't
Well,
score.
apparently
He
he might
won't
not start.
not. He's not starting.
He's
I don't think he's
starting.
starting. He's not scoring a not
I
penalty.
said
a
when he
non-penalty.
was starting,
Scoring
people were
free
saying
kicks
he's
and
not
sounding.
starting and he started.
Nah, you right.
I
man,
reckon
bro.
Yeah.
he's not scoring a goal on open play. That's my prediction.
Ronaldo.
Nah.
This is the point of bold
But what
predictions.
about
Don't look
corners?
at me like
No,
that.
no,
What about
fair,
corners
fair.
in that? Is that open play? Or
Yeah, yeah. So he could score pens, whatever, but I don't think he's scoring a goal. That's not a penalty. That's my big
free
bold
kick.
prediction.
Who are they versing?
Yeah.
I reckon.
I don't
I
know.
reckon Ronaldo gets a hat trick in one of the games.
Okay, well,
That's my
I'm going to
bold
look like an
prediction.
idiot when he's. But you know that you got to.
You're gonna see this.
I was very reserved with my dark horse, so I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say
Yeah,
he's not
why not?
scoring in.
That's a good
Open
one.
play.
Though.
See, I was off Ronaldo till I saw him score that double. Then I was like,
Did you see the scissor left foot?
Shit.
Bang.
then I was like, oh, maybe this guy's gonna score 9 this tournament.
Well, there goes my prediction.
If we're talking about aura when it comes to tournament football,
Yeah, I was
who's
Yeah.
bigger than this guy?
He's
Pause.
got it.
Yeah, but
He's got it.
he's very old now.
Doesn't matter.
And
Nah,
He's got a hat trick
still-
against.
I'm just trying to
Against
back.
Spain.
Shh, I'm
Hat
just
trick
trying to
against
back
Spain.
my thing.
You know what? You know what?
If he doesn't score, I'm going to do laps of this
This is his
studio.
group.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
His group is Turkey, Georgia, and Czechia.
I'm telling you.
I
he's
should have
getting
read.
a hat
I should have
trick
read the
against
group
one of these
before I did my
teams.
prediction.
That's my
Right.
prediction. That's my bold
Only
prediction.
because he's got an easy group.
You ready?
Yeah, I
Bold-
didn't look at the
bold
groups.
prediction. Alvaro Morata, top goal scorer of the competition.
Okay, that's a good shout.
Look,
I like that.
if you had said that before the game, I would have been like, "You're crazy."
Yeah,
but I see it.
Yeah, I see it too.
He looks.
He's been playing well for Spain.
Tournament football, and this guy, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. He just has the bag. He knows when it comes to tournaments. This guy just looks different.
See how
Really did
composed
not
it was
look at
just
their
to
group.
switch it onto his left.
Yeah, that's
left that
different.
defender.
I'll give you another bold prediction.
Please do.
If Saliba doesn't start in this first game, he will only get minutes in like the game that
Like
they
the
secure
third game of the.
and then that's
group.
it for the rest of the
You
tournament.
don't think
agree.
he's going to start?
No.
No. If he doesn't start, I'm saying if he doesn't start
Oh,
this
okay,
first
right.
game, he'll only get minutes in that third game, and then that will be it for the rest
They
of the
like
season, tournament.
Upamecano and Konate.
Yeah.
They said
That's
he's gonna
crazy
play
to
Saliba.
me.
I'm telling you,
I don't know why.
I got another bold prediction.
we should just do a bold segment.
Lewandowski doesn't score this tournament.
Well, he's
He's
injured.
Exactly. So
Oh.
there we go.
That doesn't count. I really
This
should
guy
have
thought
looked
he-
at the group before I made my prediction. He's going to
This guy
score
thought he
like
hacked the system.
15 goals.
He'll
in
score a
the-
hat trick against Georgia.
Oh, shit.
Riley thought he hacked
well,
the system
I've
by
said my
this
prediction
prediction.
now,
Lewandowski, you
so
think he won't score?
it's too late. That's like a Belgium dark horse prediction. You
That's
can't
just,
do-
Nah, my bad.
and they're still recovering from that.
The Brazil one.
From last week when they said Isak.
Oh
Forgot.
yeah.
Oh.
MJ, that's what your bold prediction should be.
Isak should be top goal scorer.
Isak won't score this tournament.
Isak, you should do even better. Isak won't touch the field for Sweden this tournament.
Isak 0 minutes.
Oh shit!
Bold prediction.
I got one. Oh,
Okay,
shit, hold up.
One.
Jeremy just sent me his.
Okay. Oh god.
Why are you laughing?
Is this his real one or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said.
The suspense.
Wow.
I need to find this guy's name.
J.
He's just trying to show how many messages he has.
Oh,
Yeah,
so popular.
He thinks Martin Adam from Hungary is going to be Europe's the Euros top goal scorer.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think Hungary are making it out of the group.
Well, Jeremy must know some inside.
Okay, good on you, Jeremy.
Who's?
Martin Adam from Hungary, the striker that came on. Search him up, guys.
Top goal
Interesting.
scorer?
Yes, the
Search him up.
the lumberjack.
Search him up. Martin Adam. Search him up. Jeremy says Martin Adams is getting top goal scorer for Hungary.
Jeremy, that's a bold prediction, man.
That's a big prediction.
I want to take mine back, but I'm not that type of person, so I'm just gonna.
About the Ronaldo one?
I did not look at their group.
I'm going to send this video to Ronaldo, actually.
I did
Fire him
not
up
look at
before the
their
game.
group. Fuck. Anyway,
You're going to see
You know-
Sui.
Someone could have said Georgia was their dark horse.
no, I don't. think-
Kravaskelia.
We
just don't see
I
it.
forget he plays for them. Yeah, but
Just to make it
it's
out of
hard
the
in
group at
those.
least.
Yeah, mate. Who do they have?
They got Portugal,
It's the Portugal.
No, I don't
Czechia.
think Georgia's.
Czechia.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And
Oh, sorry. Oh, and
Did they
Turkey.
change their
And
name?
Romania.
yeah.
Oh, maybe Turkey.
So a lot of countries are going back to their like original
Yeah.
like names.
Wasn't there
Oh.
like 2 this tournament?
Yeah. Yeah, Turkey's
Yeah.
changed.
I mean,
Czech Republic's
Greece
changed.
should really be there over Georgia. We just bottled it completely. If only 2004 could be recreated. Anyway,
With but you guys won Conference League, so it's okay.
true. Did you see the scenes in bloody Athens? Crazy. MJ, put us onto a player this Euro. Someone to watch out for. Maybe someone, people don't know much about. Anyone spring to mind? Or even someone that's impressed you so far that sort of, you didn't see it coming?
Jeremy said Martin Adam again for this.
Martin Adam.
So I don't know why I keep saying this. Keep sending me
I'm
Martin Adam.
thinking Jeremy really likes this player.
It's pretty fun.
Jeremy is usually right about when he randomly...
Chris,
Yeah.
I don't know about this one though.
I don't know
Oh,
about
okay.
this one either.
Yeah.
think
I didn't watch that game.
It's
far
really
off.
bold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like as bold as Ronaldo not scoring.
It could be bolder.
Okay. Oh, wow. I really liked, what's his name? Šeško?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From...
The one that Arsenal
Slav-
failed to get.
Yep. He's just like, I don't really watch like the German league, so I don't really see him play. He's electric. He seems like a much better Darwin type player. Like he's just
That's a
quick,
very good analogy.
like so
not hard to beat,
rapid.
but-
He's just shooting like his shot is like
Yeah.
a rocket, like from anywhere, and the confidence to just shoot like that.
And he can dribble with the ball.
He can dribble. Like I don't know. He just was from like the highlights
very
I
good.
saw. Very, very good.
Did you see what Leipzig did? Because a lot of teams wanted him before Euros, and I think his price at that time was like around 20 mil.
They put it up already.
He re-signed
Oh,
now with Leipzig.
Yeah,
and
they
his release
re-signed him.
clause is like, I think it's like 70 or 80 now. So they're banking
Crazy.
on Euros
him
and
having a
he's
good
doing,
tournament and then
and he's already
He probably
proven.
that's
was
smart
someone-
though.
He's
That's
already made
very
probably 10
Someone's
mil.
gonna pay it. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
Yeah.
100%. He was great.
He's
Do you
made
guys have
10 mil.
any players to watch out for? You want to put us onto anyone that we need to be impressed by?
I really liked, let me get his name so I don't,
Don't butcher it.
yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm going to see with my guy Dovbyk. I think especially playing in Spain, I don't think a lot of people have really watched him.
Yeah.
But I think he's someone to really watch out for. I think aerially he's fantastic. He's rapid.
Yep.
And I think just how he's going to like fit into that team and really change that for them. I reckon it's going to be good to watch.
Very good.
Switzerland striker, the one that scored the first goal.
Martin Adam.
Cardvu Doa.
Yeah.
It was decent.
Very good. I reckon people need to watch out for him. He plays right now at Ludogorets Razgrad.
Sure.
All
That's what I love about tournaments like this. Like you just see so many ballers that you like never see play before. You're just like, who is this guy? Like I'm trying to think of someone from last tournament that stood out, but
Mine was Damsgaard.
Damsgaard stood out.
Damsgaard, yes.
But he ended up going to Brentford and just struggling a bit.
That's the hard thing. But like, you love seeing sort of a nobody before the tournament just have a great tournament.
Chiesa's tournament as well.
Had a
True,
good tournament.
yeah.
He killed at that tournament.
God, last year's was the best. I hope these live up to it as well.
Yeah.
You know what didn't clock?
Yeah.
Or is clocking now? Yamal is 16. And he's already starting
in the final or something.
And he's already
That's so
starting
crazy.
for Spain. And he's so
Goal
talented.
and assist, was it?
I think he got an assist, no goal.
Didn't he score the last? Oh,
He assisted Carvajal's
Carvajal,
cross.
oh, the cross. Sorry, yeah. My
But
bad.
he's
Yeah, he's a baller.
16 and he's doing this
He plays
already.
like an adult, man.
He's so mature already on the ball.
All the memes and stuff I see of him like
Doing
handing
his
in
schoolwork.
homework. Like,
I mean, you can do
So
that,
funny.
bro.
Yeah.
You can do whatever
He's
you
playing
want.
for Spain too, whatever.
I didn't expect Spain to be this
To look that good.
already.
yeah.
Too.
They have the best balance.
Yeah.
Midfield
Yeah,
nice.
that's it.
They have wingers now, like proper wingers.
Yeah.
I reckon they could.
And that's going to be a young team.
Yeah.
100%.
That could possibly rival England in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll be as
for
big as
sure.
them.
Yeah.
That's same thing as like Germany as well. It's just
true,
like there's so much quality youth coming through, and it's just like such an exciting time to be a football fan. You think of like the next World Cup as well. These players will have a couple more years under their belt, and like very, very exciting.
It's good to see, like, someone needs to study Spain because over the times, it's always been like teams from like players from Barca and Real. So it's like you can see why the system is always like kind of the same. Whereas now there's like players from every team now, but the system's still the same. It's like, how do they know?
How
There's
do they
different
do it?
coaches and they still play the exact same, like as like their predecessors would have. And it's like,
No, it's just that
what's going on there?
Spanish
Yeah.
system, that
It's
style,
just
that tiki taka. I don't know.
based pass and move.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Phenomenal.
Must be in their blood.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Spanish. This is how I'm going to play. In other news, before we wrap up, how do we feel about Ronaldinho's comments about Brazil, saying he's not going to watch them in the Copa America? He doesn't recognize this team. And it's obviously, we were just saying about the whole England thing, but I feel like he said it in like a really disrespectful way. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't sit well with me. I don't think he should have come out and said that. I don't know why he said it, but MJ, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I feel like this kind of goes back to Cafu made comments a few years ago, and he was talking about pretty much how Brazilians, the reason why Brazil's so bad is because they're picking players that play in the Prem, and the Prem is so overrated, and the players that go to the Prem
Okay, right.
become worse players because of how the Prem is.
Mm-hmm.
That if Brazil wants to be good, you got to play in Spain or Italy.
Okay.
So, I mean, I understand it from one perspective, because if you look at Brazil and how they used to play, like 2002 World Cup, the last time they won, a lot of the players played in Brazil or Italy at the time. And I feel like when you look at the creativity and how Brazil played, they had their distinct identity. They stood out, which is why they were so hard to play against. I mean, you look now, most of the team plays in the Prem. Few play in Spain or Italy, but most of the players play in the Prem. And you can see that they look more like a European team and less like that South American, you know, that flair, that flavor. They've kind of lost that identity. Yeah. But I don't know. That's
a great point.
I don't think he has to say that, like Ronaldinho.
That's what I mean. Like, if you have that opinion,
just keep
okay, but you don't have to come out publicly. Like, I don't know if it would have an effect on the players, like a Brazilian legend coming out and say that. Like, mentally, they would be like,
it's bad.
What the fuck? Like,
because he's like, they idolize him and stuff.
100%. Like, how would you feel going to a big tournament? You're just like,
your idols.
Okay, my idol's not even going to watch me play.
Trash.
You know,
you also got to think he's been playing in an era where these players were like probably, I would say most of those players in that starting 11 were some of the best in their positions in the world.
Or even of all time.
Of all time, yeah.
Exactly.
That squad
like,
was
they're so
a joke.
good. And then now you're looking at that team, some of these names like,
you have maybe one who's...
Vinicius is probably like the
only
biggest one.
Yeah.
Besides that, like the team is just, it's not the same as what it used to be.
Yeah.
So watching that, it's even like those coaches, like when they get frustrated at players because the players can't do what they used to do. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I think
that's a good point.
It's different. Yeah.
I think
great point.
He's also reacting off emotions.
Yeah.
I think because he's a very passionate, and Brazilians are very passionate about their football. It's more like them enjoying the game and kind of playing, like expressing yourself on the field.
Expressing yourself through football, yeah.
I think if he had the chance, he probably would say different words.
Yeah.
I think he was just basing it off emotions. Like, this is not like what I...
Yeah. This is not the Brazil I
this
know.
ain't Brazil.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think he was kind of targeting the players. He's just saying, this ain't Brazil in general. So I hear what he's saying. And players back then, they weren't media trained as well as players now.
Yeah.
Like, there's instances of like what MJ said, Carfu, Eric Cantona, whenever they speak, it's like they make a fool of themselves even more because they don't know when to stop saying or what are the right words and what are the wrong words. So when you mix that with players that were like very passionate and you give them like screen time and you bait them into like saying stuff.
They're gonna like take the bait.
They're gonna like obviously like fumble, or you're gonna make them say something that when you air it's gonna be big. So it's like I feel like it was just one of those moments.
Yeah.
Obviously he's gonna watch. Yeah. I think that was just taken out of context because I think it was someone that asked him, what do you think of like Brazil and stuff? And then he replied. I don't think he went out and just wrote that.
No, it was it was like a...
Exactly. So that's like, obviously
he didn't just go out on his own accord. Yeah.
Exactly. So they're like saying, and I feel like people could just say things like, oh, I'm not going to watch, but you're going to watch.
Yeah.
He just means it because he's passionate, I feel like.
But you also saw Rafinha. He responded.
Did he?
Yeah, he pretty much said, not in these direct words, but he was asking me for tickets to the game, like, or something like
he
that.
asked Vinicius. He said he asked Vinicius for tickets for the game. So I think that helps it as well in a way because that's just the media's doing. I think them relaying it to Rafinha instead of Ronaldinho talking to him or something.
Yeah.
It could just be taken the wrong way. Like,
I think so.
It is always like the media always makes things
they bait
out to 100%. They
bait.
Would have like baited him perfectly for him to say that. Whereas a player these days would be like, they would ignore it, or they would just like sort of rephrase the question in a way where it's a bit more respectful to answer. But how do we think Brazil are going to go?
I think they're similar to like England, where in the sense of like a lot of pressure can affect how they perform.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've got that X factor still. They've got a couple players there that can win them like games.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what you need. But do they play well, and are the fans going to get angry at them for not playing the way they used to?
It has been a sort of similar story with them as well.
Yeah.
And like, I love what you said, Riley, because it's so true. Like since that Brazil team has there been a team where like there's been the best player in their position
everywhere,
like almost everywhere on the pitch. Like,
it's crazy.
I can't think of a time where that's going to happen again. Like, and obviously those players are clinging on to that, the past, and like obviously that was the best time of their life as a Brazilian, as a footballer. But it's football evolves and teams change, people retire, whatever, and it's not always the same as you want it to be. But I think I don't know. We'll see how they go.
I think they should
go far. They should make the
Yeah.
final at least. Yeah.
The final at least.
At least.
Colombia
minimum.
looks good, though. But
that?
Colombia look good.
Colombia looks good.
Yeah, they do.
Argentina, I think they're still the team to beat.
Fair,
but if they expect to win, I don't think it's that easy. But I think they should expect to at least make the final.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Argentina fans versus Brazil fans, do you feel like Argentina kind of get behind their team in a better way?
There's less
lately,
criticism on Argentina, even in the
lately,
past.
Yeah.
Well, they have won the World Cup, but
do you feel like they're doing it for more of a like a loving, like they want their team to win rather than you have to win, like kind of vibe? I feel like I get that as well from Argentina.
Argentinians, like I feel like, although like South Americans are all like very passionate and emotional people,
100%.
but it's different. And I don't know if maybe because with like the World Cup, like in recent years and like Messi sort of getting towards the end of his career, they're like softened a bit. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, but it's definitely different to the Brazilians. I think they're not so aggressive.
Yeah. I think it's because maybe Argentinians also, like they had their peak and just due to like time, like they've kind of softened.
Yeah.
Whereas Brazil's peak was like more recent.
Yeah.
So they're kind of still in that middle phase where they still like
they're like
F these guys.
Yeah,
This ain't
exactly.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe in a couple of years they'll be like kind of adapted to whatever the new like way of playing they are now.
True, but they're very exciting. It's so good to have like so much football in the off season.
Oh,
No sleep.
So no sleep. Oh my! I'm not. I was like, oh no, we're back to this.
Do you
Like,
watch Olympics as well? You guys watch Olympics?
yeah. Well, the Matildas are playing, so I love that. There's no age limit for the. I think is it the end of 20-something of July? I think it starts. 25th of July, maybe.
Team no sleep.
But again, it's in Paris, so the games are going to be at the worst times. I think the Matildas group games are like 9:30. They're like early, which is good.
God. That's good.
AM?
I think no PM, like
That's
like
good.
one of the Prem games, like the afternoon Prem games.
That's good. That's good.
I'm sure one of them is. I think someone like my friend was saying. I think the group games are, but then as they go on, well, they have a pretty tough group as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
I think it's USA, Germany,
Damn.
Yeah. It's
and
good to death.
I keep forgetting the bloody. Anyway, someone else. But even those two, it's there. They have a tough group. But yeah, the women's don't have it's not under 23s for the women's. It's just
That's good.
free for all, which is exciting. I think.
So it's like proper then.
Yeah.
It's proper. I think because someone was like, oh, why? Like, don't people care about the men's Olympics? I'm like, well, it's kind of like the Olyroos.
Yeah, it's always
they haven't
been
made
that
it,
way.
but the Olyroos usually play.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. Yeah. But yeah, exciting football ahead. I think that's it, guys.
It's a wrap.
Beautiful. Well, this has been Let 'Em Shoot. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Don't forget One Future Football. Click the link. Become a member of Tokyo Youth Club. We'll send you your packs and hopefully we get another win this weekend. Thank you so much.